este caballo.
So this is my second day in Dominican Republic.
Caminen para irlo grabando.
And today we're going to be going to the military parade. It is Dominican Republic's Day of Independence. This right here is the President's Palace, the Presidential Palace. So it was packed. I mean, packed. And I didn't understand at the time what they had gained their independence from. So I thought it was their independence from Spain, but actually it was their independence from Haiti, which was very interesting because I didn't know much about the island of Hispaniola. And so I'm gonna give you a little brief history into the island of Hispaniola from what I've been told. And this is what I've been told from Dominicans. I haven't gotten the Haitian side of the story because you know there's always two sides to every story and both sides can have their truth. So from what I know is that the Dominican War of Independence led to the Dominican Republic becoming a sovereign state on February 27, 1844. Prior to the war, the island of Hispaniola had been united for 22 years when the newly independent nation was united with the Republic of Haiti in 1822. After struggling to free themselves from the Haitian control, the Dominicans had to fight against the Haitian soldiers who made incessant attacks to try to regain control of the nation, but their efforts were unsuccessful. The Dominican Republic became independent after overcoming these attacks. The Dominican War of Independence was a conflict between the Haitian government, which had control over the eastern part of the island of Hispaniola, and the Dominican rebels who sought to gain independence for the Dominican Republic. The conflict began on February 27, 1844, when the Dominican rebels declared independence from Haiti. So, the Dominican Republic and Haiti at one time period were unified. There's many different stories about why they wanted their independence. And from my understanding, the island had went through so many different phases of colonization from Spain to France. United States even had his hand in it. And then Haiti took control of the whole island, and the Dominican Republic sought to get its independence from Haiti. So this parade was a very prideful event. Like, you know, it was packed. I mean, packed. There were people everywhere. And I was just enjoying the parade without even knowing the history. And so you had all kind of things being showcased in the parade. You had their military being showcased. You had the fire department being showcased. You had the ambulance being showcased. You know, the emergency services being showcased. You even had the bug patrol being showcased. They have a scene in here where, people are fighting bugs. And so here are a couple more things about the conflict between the Dominican Republic and Haiti. The rebel forces were led by a group of prominent Dominicans. What's the generals' names, baby?
Juan Pablo Duarte, Francisco del Rosario Sánchez, and Ramón Matías Mella.
The Haitian government, under the leadership of President Charles Herod, responded by sending troops to crush the rebellion. The war lasted over 2 years, with the rebels gradually gaining the upper hand thanks to their guerrilla tactics and the support of neighboring countries such as Cuba and Venezuela. That's very interesting. So the Dominicans had help from Cuba and Venezuela to defeat the Haitians. And, it's interesting because the Haitians helped certain nations to get their independence. Like, for instance, Colombia was helped by the Haitians to get their independence. All right, so back to these points. The Treaty of Basel, signed on July 21, 1849, officially recognized the independence of the Dominican Republic and ended the war. The Dominican War had profound impact on the Dominican Republic, shaping its national identity and culture. The leaders of the rebel movement, including Duarte Sanchez and Mella, are still revered as national heroes in the Dominican Republic today. And they have like a monument right by Conde Street where it showcases these heroes. It's a big thing. If you're ever there on Conde Street, you just go to the end of Conde Street and you'll run right into it. It looks like a little fortress. They have soldiers standing right in front. You walk through and you'll see all of these statues, heads of statues that are lined up, and then you go straight back to the back, and inside you will see the generals that are still celebrated to this day. I was there for one of the celebrations. The war also had significant economic consequences as it disrupted trade and caused widespread destruction throughout the country. One of the most significant battles of the war was the Battle of Azua, which took place on March 19, 1844, and saw the rebel forces defeat a larger Haitian army. Another significant battle was the Battle of Santiago, which took place on June 30th, 1844, and saw the rebel forces capture the city of Santiago from the Haitian army. The war also saw significant involvement from foreign powers, including Britain, France, and Spain, who all had economic interest in the region. And, sugar, tobacco, those kind of interests. The Dominican Republic's independence was not immediately recognized by other countries, with the United States not recognizing the country until 1865. The war inspired other anti-colonial movements throughout the Caribbean and Latin America, including the Cuban War of Independence. The war also had a significant impact on the Haitian government, which was weakened by the conflict and faced significant internal and external challenges in the years that followed. The war was a turning point in the history of the Dominican Republic, making the beginning of a new era of independence and national pride. And at this parade, it was like a great sense of pride. You could just feel it. The people was very prideful about the parade and being independent. Today, the Dominican Republic celebrates February 27th as its Independence Day, commemorating the start of the war and the country's struggle for freedom. So every February 27th, you go to Santo Domingo and you can see the Independence Parade, which I did, and I enjoyed it. It was definitely fun I learned a lot. And at first, some of the things didn't sound right to me because, I had heard so many good stories about Haiti and it freeing itself from its oppressor and then helping other nations free themselves from their oppressors. And then I heard this side of the story from Dominicans of Haitians oppressing them. So I don't know what the true story is. I'm sure there's a little gray area on both sides, but Dominican Republic, proud people, and they're proud to have their independence.
Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to International Traveler.